Okay. So this is going to be a follow-up video to the video I made a month ago. I only made that video for 2 people, but a lot more people have seen it than I expected to see it. I only made it for 2 people, so the fact that as many people watched it as did, I feel kind of obligated to go through things a little better this time, rather than just touching base on what I was telling those 2 people. So for the Maraudon pool, Magic Absorption, Improved Blizzard, Ice Barrier, only talents you need. You can see my instant history right here. Pretty consistent. Arcane Explosion. I had to AFK. Someone knocked on my door right as I hopped in here. Nova that, immediately blink. So my route's more just helping people get a consistent high kill count. I don't dip under 180 the way I do this. I know gnomes have a little bit harder of a problem following my route. You can also Frost Nova here if you're a coward. It's important to take a big turn here and then blink for resetting the vector on the mobs. If you've done any mage farming, you know that resetting the vector on the way that the mobs are coming to you via your blinks is like a huge mechanic that you want to utilize to clump things up. Gonna go out one more time to reset the vector, and then we're gonna do it a 3rd time up here. So if you've watched any mage AoE videos, this time they're a little close to me. I didn't do too well. If you've watched any mage videos, you'll know that how taking the large turns and the blinking is pretty imperative to your success. Always gonna Ice Barrier as you enter this area. You can blink, you can not blink, it's up to you. Again, I'm gonna run this as I'm a human, not as a gnome. If you made an alt mage to farm and you're a gnome, you kind of messed up there. Wander Frostbolt, Frost Nova, blink whenever. Some people like to Frostbolt this guy. I just Fire Blast him. Gonna Cold to Cold the slimes. Fire Blast this guy. Counterspell. Let me put a marker on that slime. Frost Nova. Gonna Fire Blast this guy. What marker haven't I used? Pull those slimes, however. I really believe pulling these creeping sludges prevents things from resetting. Those sludges are always going to reset, but in my heart of heart, I believe that pulling them makes things not reset. And because this is my video, I'm the authority. Pull that guy, pull the creeping sludges. Pull these 2 knuckleheads. These creeping sludges, and then we're going for the vector again here in this thing. I should have a shield up right now, but I'm talking, so it helps out because let me show you this spot. So this is the biggest thing I found is if you want to evocate or bandage, you have the opportunity here. And then for consistency in your runs, you can add the blizzard there, just like this. It helps group everything up, and you feel a lot less rushed. That's a really good spot to add the blizzard. Alternatively, you just sit right there until the first couple slimes pass, and then strafing back and forth, and then continue on in your run, and you don't have to use the blizzard there. But I find that it gives you plenty of time here. You're not getting any resets. You're not too far ahead of anything. We're using the wide turn here. Alright. So these slimes, they like to reset. They're just gonna disappear into thin air. People have noticed this. I wasn't aware of this before I was marking them. They're just gonna disappear into thin air there. I have times where they don't disappear. I haven't been able to consistently make them not disappear, but I still frequently get 14, 16 slimes. And then either 34 or 39 borers. Sometimes when they reset, they take 5 of the borers with them, but if you go the route I go, normally you get the 39 borers. Okay, I'm gonna blink on that spot, counterspell that pack. Frost Nova. And then Blizzard. Okay, so what did I just avoid? I avoided blinking over the top here, blinking forward, blizzarding that back from the top. I've already gathered this room, so you're not stressed for time. You're not blinking away from them immediately after. You've got plenty of space to work with. So what you're gonna want to do here, fire blast this guy. If you need to bandage, you bandage. I don't need to bandage here, but you need to bandage, you bandage here. You got plenty of time. You're no stress. If you go the route the other people go, where they pick up that room last, there's a lot of blinks that can and do cause resets. You get put in places where, like, you feel really tight, you feel pressure, the mobs are right on you, you start panicking. And my route, I've given you 2 spots to bandage, or 1 spot to evocate. And it's pretty consistent. So now we're going to go for the long turn in here to group up the mobs again. They're going to spread out, but this is just to make sure we don't get too far ahead of anything. Reset the vectors. We have a nice grouped bunch later on. Teleport somewhere in there. And then as I hop down here, gonna Frost Nova this guy. Fire Blast this guy. Blizzard the people behind me. So we're looking good on slimes. Looks like I've got about 14. Not all of them reset. Still got plenty of them. Some did reset, which happens. Pull the 2 in there. Frost Nova. So the longer you can pull this out, the better you're going to group them up here. It's really whatever. Hop off. So we're doing pretty good here. All the blizzards I'm doing here are just to make sure my mob group is tightly packed towards the end. So now that's going to be a lot better than if they were super spread out. I counterspelled that last straggler. I think I got both the stealth mobs through here. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got them both this time. We're going for the long, wide turn to make sure that everything's clumped up. Not resetting anything, not getting too far ahead of anything. You want to avoid blinking down here on this pass through. Once you're down here, you're going to want to make sure you get your dampen magic up, your mage armor. refresh your barrier somewhere around here. Refresh them both if you're scared that you're gonna lag out or something. I think this lock's been AoEing in my group, but you don't need them to. Okay, Blizzard 1. I just go straight into max rank. Blizzard 2 on the ramp. Go straight left, Blizzard 3. Blizzard 4. Gonna reapply Ice Bearer as I walk down. Blizzard 5. My blizzards don't hit particularly hard. I don't have the best gear. Arcanist boots, Necrobile, Robe of the Archmage. Looks like I killed all my guys a little quickly this time. So we're at 180. Probably got some deep borer resets. Okay, 2 deep borer resets. We still got 14 slimes. Not the biggest deal. I had to AFK at the start, but I did reset the timer when we actually pulled, so 181, and then our bonus mobs over here. And this is the same exact pool that I did a month ago, so it's fairly consistent. I'm sorry if you're not getting the same mob count I'm getting. I tried to show everything I could there. It's more about control than it is just trying to burst things down or feeling rushed or anything like that. So that's what I got. Biggest thing I can tell you is that if you're blinking in places I'm not blinking, that's where you are losing mobs. So I hope this was a little more helpful. If it wasn't, let me know. I don't really plan on doing much mage content, however, so